Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy Peasy English. In today's long English podcast, we are going to talk about one of the most powerful skills in learning English: how to think in English. Many learners can read English, many learners can understand English, but when they want to speak, they stop. They translate in their head. They feel slow. They feel nervous. If this happens to you, do not worry. You are not alone. Today, we will learn how to train your brain to think directly in English, step by step, in a simple and natural way. First, let us understand why thinking in English is important. When you translate from your native language into English, your brain works twice as hard. First, you create the sentence in your language, then you try to change it into English. This takes time. That is why you feel slow. That is why you lose confidence. But when you think directly in English, your speaking becomes faster and more natural. You stop building sentences word by word. Instead, ideas come out smoothly. Now, here is the most important idea in this episode. Thinking in English does not start with big, complex sentences. It starts with small, simple thoughts, very simple thoughts. For example, instead of thinking in your language, I am feeling a little tired today because I slept late last night, you can start small. Think, I am tired. That is enough. Simple thinking builds strong foundations. Let us begin with a basic exercise. Look around you right now. If you are sitting in a room, describe what you see in simple English inside your mind. You can think, I am sitting on a chair. The room is quiet. My phone is on the table. The weather is warm. These are simple sentences, but this exercise trains your brain to use English automatically. This is strategy number 1. Describe your environment in English. Do this every day for 5 minutes. It may feel strange at first, but after a few days, it will feel natural. Now, let us talk about another powerful strategy. Change your inner voice. Every day, you talk to yourself in your mind. You think about your plans, you think about your problems, you think about your goals. Instead of thinking in your native language, slowly start using English for small thoughts. For example, when you wake up, think, I need to get up now. I have work today. When you are cooking, think, I am cutting vegetables. The food smells good. These are natural daily thoughts. Let me tell you a short story. There was a student named Maya. Maya studied English for years. She knew grammar rules, she knew vocabulary, but she could not speak fluently. Every time she spoke, she translated from her language into English. One day, she decided to change her method. She started thinking in simple English during her daily routine. At first, she could only think basic words like hungry, sleepy, busy, but she continued practicing every day. After 2 months, she noticed something amazing. She no longer translated simple sentences. Her speaking became faster. Her confidence improved. The change was not magic. It was daily mental practice. This story shows us something important. Thinking in English is not about intelligence, it's about training. Now, let us move to strategy number 2. Use simple sentence patterns. Your brain needs structure. For example, practice these patterns daily. I am, I feel, I need, I want, I think, I like. With these simple patterns, you can create hundreds of thoughts. For example, I am hungry, I feel happy today, I need more practice, I want to improve, I think this is helpful, I like this method. These small sentences train automatic thinking. Now, let us talk about a common mistake. Many learners wait until their English is perfect before trying to think in English. This is the wrong approach. You think with the vocabulary you have now. Even if you only know basic words, start with those words. Fluency grows from simplicity. Here is another exercise. At the end of your day, summarize your day in 5 simple English sentences in your mind. For example, today was busy. I worked in the morning. I had lunch with a friend. I studied English at night. I feel tired but happy. These are daily summaries that strengthen your thinking skills. Now, let us talk about shadowing. Shadowing is one of the fastest ways to train your brain. When you listen to this podcast, repeat the sentences out loud. Do not worry about perfection. Focus on rhythm. Focus on flow. When you repeat sentences many times, your brain stores them as natural patterns. Later, when you speak, these patterns come automatically. Another powerful tip is to stop translating unknown words immediately. If you hear a new word, try to understand it from context. For example, if someone says, "I'm exhausted," and you know the situation is about being tired, your brain connects exhausted with very tired. This is how children learn language. Now, let us discuss confidence. Thinking in English reduces fear. Why? Because you stop overanalyzing. You stop checking grammar in your head. You simply express ideas. Let me share another case example. There was a young professional named Arif. He worked in an international company. During meetings, he understood English, but he was afraid to speak. He translated every sentence before speaking. One day, he started practicing thinking in English during his commute to work. He described traffic, he described buildings, he described his plans for the day. After 3 months, something changed. In meetings, he no longer translated simple ideas. He spoke directly. His colleagues noticed his improvement. His success did not come from studying more grammar, it came from thinking practice. Now, let us go deeper. Thinking in English also requires emotional comfort. If you're too afraid of making mistakes, your brain blocks fluency. So here's an important mindset shift. Mistakes are progress. Every mistake shows that you are using English actively. Here is a daily routine you can follow. Morning, think simple sentences about your plans. Afternoon, describe your environment in English. Evening, summarize your day in 5 sentences. Night, listen to slow English and shadow for 10 minutes. This routine is simple but powerful. Remember, fluency is not about speed, it's about comfort. When you feel comfortable thinking in English, speaking becomes natural. Now, take a deep breath. Relax. Say this in your mind. I can think in English. Repeat it. I can think in English. Confidence begins with belief. Before we finish, let's review the key points. Start small, use simple sentences, describe your environment, change your inner voice, practice daily summaries, use shadowing, accept mistakes, be patient. Thinking in English is not something that happens overnight. It grows slowly like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Thank you for spending this time with Easy Peasy English. Keep practicing, keep thinking, keep speaking. Like this video, subscribe to Easy Peasy English. Comment, I am learning to think in English.